I mean, I've been in the Olympia 3 times before, and when it got announced it was over, it was just very disappointing. It's like you feel like you got put out with the garbage, like very disappointing and very like feeling not appreciated, you know. I mean, as far as the sport, like I mean, I'm a bodybuilder. Like, I don't give a if there's a show or there's not a show. I'm gonna work out regardless.
You can
And
you can you can always just like put a show on the beach too when you're walking in the street or whatever, and just be like, hey everyone, check this out. You'll always have an audience.
I actually did that one time. I went to the beach with my 8x10 autographed photos, and I just posted in a bikini, and I sold photos like crazy. I was at some point years ago. I was a poor immigrant. I needed money. You gotta do what you gotta do. So I had a little booth there. But anyways, I mean, I was also asked the question, "Are you going to downsize to physique now?" And I was like, "No, like I'm a bodybuilder. Like this is what I love to do. I worked hard for this body. I'm not going to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds. Hell no, I worked for those pounds. And I love looking the way I look. I mean, I'm going to look like this regardless if there's a show or not. But at the same time, I do love to compete. I do love to challenge myself, and you don't challenge yourself the same way when you're not competing. Like off season, I mean, you work out and you eat, but it's a whole different thing to all of a sudden have to take your body to 3% body fat and be on a stage being watched by thousands of people in a tiny bikini, being having your body actually compared to other people and criticized. So it's definitely a challenge, and I love the challenge. And having the biggest show in the world kind of discarding us was very discouraging. Um, and I've always been an athlete that really loved to be out there with my fans and to promote the sport and trying to be a good role model. And I felt like the platform all of a sudden got very small. It was like after we got taken out of the Olympia, no one was talking about it. It was almost like we were kind of unpopular at some point. And I was like, damn, man, um, you're kind of like, that the outsider, the outsiders can't sit in the room with the others. But then Wings of Strength came, and they did a huge promote. Everything is about promotion. It's like if you have a soda, no one knows you have the soda. You want to sell it, but you're not promoting it. How's it gonna go? And that's what happened with female bodybuilding. It wasn't being promoted. That was the problem. And easy fix. Let's take it out, and we'll have physique, and that's the new bodybuilding, and we forget about them. The problem was people didn't want to forget about them because there's a lot of fans for women's bodybuilding. Like people love bodybuilding. It's like the most hardcore. And Jake is one who had a passion for the sport. He has a team of people that had a passion. So he made the Rising Phoenix World Championships instead of the Olympia. So that was the new big one. So I didn't feel a big, what can you say, sacrifice, or I didn't feel it was that bad because he revamped the sport and I was part of revamping the sport. So I kind of saw a new opportunity that, like, wow, this is really, I could see how it was progressing everything. Just we were getting more popular. He had, he made like an ambassador team. So every year there's new ambassadors that he will take around to the show and invite and have to work the booth and do a meet and greet with the fans. And he does so many things promotional wise. Also has they have a Wings of Strength Instagram page where they do like highlights of the athletes and show their training and do features and show coverage and stuff. They do now more than ever. So this year they did the pay per view, but they actually had pay per view at the other Rising Phoenixes too. I think that's a great addition to really get it out to the world, because there are people, I mean, not just during the COVID, but there are people that they don't have the means to go all the way to the States from Europe or China or India or whatever to watch a show and spend thousands of dollars, you know? So I think that's really great to get the sport out that way. But with the Olympia being back, of course, it was like a victory for the sport. You know, that's how I felt it. Like I was I was happy with what we had before. Of course, my hope was eventually we would get back to the Olympia and the Arnold, and because I feel like we should be at every show. You know, like I mean, this is a great division. Like people want to watch us. So I really felt it was a huge step in the right direction for the sport. And of course, I was very happy to step on stage at the Olympia. But I'm just as happy stepping on stage on the Rising Phoenix. I mean, now I'm also the two-time Rising Phoenix champ. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep up defending my title, and the Olympia is a new opportunity. So we're blessed.